Which W words need H's?
I don't know.
And how do they decide that?
We were deciding that wimpy didn't have an H in it, but needed it because wimpy sounds better than wimpy. Are you guys gonna laugh at me really hard? This is gonna make you laugh. I pulled 2 copies of Cold War by Aftershock because I wanted to read it again so much because I see it in PDF. I wasn't gonna miss it. So look, there's some covers. Hey, Aftershock has
It looks
something.
so cool.
Oh, it's so cool. So imagine that you paid money to be frozen, to be thought out in the future, in which it would be idealistic and probably have better healthcare, and you know everyone sings Kumbaya, gets along. But instead, when you wake up, you were informed that in 30 seconds or so, you were going to go to war. Here's a gun. Get after it. And then one of the best leaders that comes out of that is a grandma. Yes, wrap your mind around that. This is a really, really cool series. Yeah, you'll probably want both covers, because covers. Yeah, it's really, really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, they were making so many good things. All right, and I'm going to throw some other things in the mix here really quickly. I'm just going to say up front, despite the fact that I know that everything that comes from this series has been lauded about and loved, I've actually never read an issue of Invincible, so I just jumped in the last possible one, because I'm a crazy person. It's actually really good. So, from what I understand, you've got this main character that has been invincible for a long time, and this is a really cool tale of him telling his son that at some point soon he's actually going to he'll start gaining powers, but that he's leaving. It's a really weird, complicated situation in which he's being raised by another man. Anyway, so it's really cool, and it wraps up the entire story. It's generational, so it's not going to feel like a rushed ending. It's really, really neat. And curse words! Because we love everything that happens in the whole world. H-O-L-E. We love hating on Syzygy. He's got crazy plans with Jacques. Unclear what they are. He's given him a bottle of crazy liquid that could destroy everything. Why did he do that? I don't know. And then this other group has captured Margaret. Has her in a...
That's not good.
Cube. Yeah, it's kind of like they're not bad guys. They just want to quiz her on stuff. But you can be sure that Wizard's not going to like the fact that he can't find her. And there is a reemergence of a character that you love, love, love on the last page. You kind of hadn't really thought about in a while, so.
Aha. Port of Earth.
Yes.
Number 4. I missed 2 and 3, but...
Stuff happens.
I know what happens. Aliens and ESA agents. Gosh, they're hilarious. This one's a little bit sad, but some of their banter is hilarious.
So I'm guessing not everything is good at the port.
No, things are not good. And they actually talk about it. They're one of the main guys that works for the ESA on the board is being interviewed, and we see, well, they show flashbacks of other incidents, I guess, problems that some of the other aliens have caused by visiting the port, or
off-port?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to come off-port, but they are certainly doing so.
Oh, they definitely do.
Yeah, they're naughty. Alright. The book that broke the world when it was released, Stabbity Bunny. This is issue number 2. It is a complete sellout. If you can find a copy, run, get it.
Yeah.
Hide it. You know, beware. It's such a good series. It's really, really cool. It's about a little girl who happens to have a stuffed bunny named Stabbity Bunny. She calls him Stabby. She is part of a family that has some kind of abilities she doesn't necessarily know about yet. But you're going to find out through the series what they are and whether she can figure out how to use them. And there's another family that's totally after her because of it.
Of course.
By the way, don't mess with little girl with a bunny called Stabbity.
Yeah.
You should.
I mean, that just sounds...
No, it's bad. Alright, fans of Xena, Warrior Princess. She's back. In this tale, you meet a young lady who's on the road, gets jumped by guys that want to steal from her.
For me.
What? Oh, I was?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I realized that was one of the ones you said.
It's okay, I got to read part of her.
Yeah. And she has some unique skills, but Xena has to show up and rescue her. And so they end up, as you can imagine, as companions. But the art in here is really, really cool. Really beautiful.
Yeah.
On the first page you see Xena, you're like, ooh! Talking about great art. Alright, there's been a lot of sassing on the internet about this new series, KK. And because there's a new character, and everyone was like, just losing their mind. Losing their mind. Like, how dare you put someone else in that costume? You're going to stop your hating in about 30 seconds after you open this book. Such a good story. The main character is actually... has been serving in Afghanistan and comes home to find things aren't the way she expected they were going to be. She had a whole plan for her life coming back, and it didn't work out. Hence, the outfit. Also, amazingly gorgeous art.
Yes.
Get this one. Don't miss it.
The Death of Love.
Get Death of Love on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this guy that he's a nice guy, but he's definitely not a nice guy. He's one of those self-proclaimed nice guys.
Oh no.
That he likes this girl, but she keeps going on and on about the guys that she, she dates, and she's like, oh, they're such jerks. He's like, well, then find someone else to date. And she's like, I wish I could date someone like
Unlikely
you.
voice of reason.
But his best friend has a pretty good point about, well, why do you want to be the one to date her?
So
what do you even know about her?
This is my life view. There are guys out there that just live for rescuing. They want to find a girl to rescue. You
gotta read this one, Jen.
Should I? Is it rescuing?
It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, hilarious. The art style is nuts.
I love it so much.
Why does he have a chainsaw? That doesn't look good. Would you date a guy that was carrying around a chainsaw?
You need to read it.
Okay, I will.
Yes.
You
need to read it.
Alright, so I did not get to read number 1 or number 2 of Judas because they've been sellouts.
Yeah. Well, I read number 1.
Did you?
Yes.
And you raved about it.
Yes, I did.
I've been trying to read it ever since, so I'm very glad I got to jump in here.
Good.
In this issue, we start where Jesus has already died on the cross and is in fact in hell. So this is his confrontation. Satan is there, basically confronting him and saying, you lost, you totally lost, you a big loser. And Judas is also kind of laying into him, but things change as they see what he's willing to do and continue to do. It's really cool. This is great art, and it's not making fun of religion in any way. It's a pretty genuine view of if you had to tell the story of what happened from Judas's point of view, what would it look like? It's really great. I'll have to do another one because you're way behind.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's a new print of Phoenix Resurrection number 1. Yeah. For you guys that didn't get to read that because, Jean Grey's back and she's lost her Phoenix power or gotten rid of it.
We close 5.
Woo! Alright, go then.
Alright, what I've been waiting on. Is
the Booster Gold still there?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, this is Escape from Planet Zod.
There's a Planet Zod?
I mean, what we saw last time was that Zod and his family are in control of this planet.
Okay.
I don't remember.
So it might as well be called Planet Zod.
It's Earth, but it's not. It's future. It's a little bit in the future. the last time we saw Zod before the last issue was when Superman and his family stuck Zod and his family into the Phantom Zone. Well, now they're out.
His whole family?
Yeah.
Oh, they must not be good.
No.
No, okay.
No. Well, and it didn't help that he put them in the Phantom Zone, though.
Oh, now they're really mad.
Yes. So, you know this one's going to be really good.
I have a question for you. When they go into the Phantom Zone, do they become 2D creatures? Are they flat? That's the way it is in the movie. I always wondered if that's the way Phantom Zone is in the comic.
Goodness, that was
Enough
more than
ago?
10 issues ago.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well.
yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know, people that are watching.
Yeah, I mean, well, and they've shown it before, but at the same time, it's a comic, so it's already kind of 2D.
So I'm asking you a dumb question. Like
Everything
usual.
is. Now, if it was lenticular, maybe.
Alright, so this is a cool annual. This is Spider-Man Annual 42. Amazing tale by Dan Slott. So, it's actually got 2 stories in it. One main one, in which the main story is Betty Brant coming to terms with the fact that Ned Leeds is basically melted away because his clone body was not prepared for lasting very long. That storyline resolved quite a while ago, but the results from it are still being felt in this universe very much. So it's got that main storyline, and then there's a secondary storyline that happens after it, which I did not get to finish because I had so much to read today.
Yeah.
But that's probably amazing too, otherwise why include it? There's a million pages in this book, it's going to take you forever to read, but it's really fun at the very last pages. I don't even know who did the art. I didn't pay attention. There's a cool chart that kind of like Spider-Man, or different versions.
That was awesome.
And yeah, it's got like, overcompensated 90s,
80s.
80s Spider-Man, where he's got like, metal arms and giant guns and pouches.
And then there's also my favorite arachnophobic Spider-Man.
Yes, we're just jumping away from the spider. Lots of entertainment.
There's a whole bunch of other ones in there too. Oh, this one was sad.
Hannah actually gasped in this one.
Well, it was... Oh, man. If you're keeping up with Detective Comics, you need this one. You need this one. It is number 974, and you need it. You need it, and you need it, you need it, you need it. You have to have it.
You trying to say we need it?
No.
No. I got it.
You.
Win!
Yes. So we saw in the last issue of Detective Comics, not the annual, or not the annual, but the one before.
Because that one, the annual, was just like the retelling of Clayface's
Clayface's backstory, yes,
yeah.
Which was totally awesome and amazing, and was also, you kind of need it for this issue too.
Okay.
But the last issue we saw, Clayface was shot and killed, and we see some other we see the aftermath in this book that
Ooh. It looks like melty Clayface on the front.
well, yeah, because it's the clay, like his body's there, but he was covered in so much clay because he was basically a Clayface kaiju.
Oh,
yeah, you remember that? You remember that? I showed you the I show her the thing so that she knows why it's important. So
thank you, James Tinney the Fourth, for making really awesome books for
yes,
and all the artists that worked on it as well.
Mm-hmm. It's super important. So
that's a not to miss at all.
Definitely do not miss.
Notice how I throw it in your pile. It matters. All right, you guys have been waiting for this for a long time. One of my very favorite bad guys in all of the Star Wars extra canon universe. They have
we left before
finally
tape.
Brought it. Huh?
We left before tape.
Hey.
Or you left before tape.
I did. I stole books.
I have 2.
The backstory of Thrawn. So this is him before he actually starts to be important for the Empire. You just see him being captured. So this is his
anything about it.
Beginnings of rising through the ranks, and his first meeting of the Emperor, and he's pretty cool. Even then yeah, he's got a mind of his own and a decision. Once he basically, all right, sorry. Once his race makes a decision, he'll probably do anything to make it happen, which is really cool. Your turn. We've got so many cool things to talk about next. Sorry.
Me too. Flash.
Oh no, not that one.
Not that Flash. Number 40. So if you were reading Flash before, and you read the annual, it mentioned this book in it, saying things were going to happen. Yeah, the things happened. Yeah, you've got to pick this one up. Gorilla Grodd. Wants the Speed Force.
What is he gonna do with it?
Well, apparently he's dying.
Oh, will that help?
We saw that in the last issue. And apparently so. I'm still not 100% I'm still not 100% convinced, and I'm not 100% sure how the Speed Force is going to help. But, yeah, important. If you're reading Flash, it's very important.
I wonder what would that look like? Really swiftly moving gorilla smashing her face in. Okay, that sounds scary.
I've got two left. You've got two.
Okay, yeah. Avengers No Surrender. So this is number 680. It continues to be a sellout at Diamond. It will continue to be hard to find. Don't wait until Saturday to come get this book. It's not going to be at any stores if you wait that long. So, Voyager's back in this one. I know that you didn't see her in the last issue, and you were all worried. Where's Voyager? We love her. So she's back, transporting people around. Great. You still have the Black Order and the, there's another group, but I can't remember their name because it always sounds like there's another word that's like sounds DC-ish. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. Oh, sorry. It's not super important. Super bad guy team. They're so bad. So, this is going to be spoilers for people that didn't read last week, but we've got to move on. There is a member of one of the teams that has been killed. There's these big pyramid things that are floating around all over the globe, and if you touch them, you basically disintegrate, and one of the team members has touched it, and so they're gone. So the after effects of what went on is being felt here. So it's been a great story, and the end of the book also has a Where's Wolverine page.
Of course.
It tells you where he is.
On it. Oh man. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. So, from the pages of Dark Knight's Metal, we've got Sideways, which I don't remember him, but so what I've noticed about the New Age of Heroes books is that they take place about a month after Metal #1, which would make sense because all of Metal that happens, even though it's been so spread out, it's all happening like very, very close together. He's a new hero. He's got new powers that he's just figuring out how to use.
Is he a transporter?
So he goes, he travels through rifts.
Ooh.
And he's not supposed to be doing that, but he has no idea because he just kind of discovered this.
No one tells him what to do.
No one has told him.
Oh, he's clueless about what he's supposed to do.
He doesn't know what he's supposed to do. He doesn't know what he's not supposed to do. So, he's going to find out.
Ooh.
But,
I love that costume.
Isn't it awesome?
Yep. Tied to metal, yes. If we're metal readers, we should probably pick it up.
Yeah.
Or if we're going to be in on this new age.
If you want to be on the New Age of Heroes, definitely. It shows you where he ties in with metal, but I don't remember it. It's been so long. I gotta go back and read all of the metal again.
And the New Age guys are supposed to be permanent to the new universe, yes?
As far as I know.
It says DC Universe, and that's main universe title.
As far as I know, yeah, definitely.
Ooh, I like it when they put the sheets on it. That makes me happy. Hard to tell which one of these I like more. Okay, Doctor Strange, we're on number 385.
Well, yeah, because you want to talk about
because I like to wrap up my favorites. Okay, so as you remember,
Loki.
there was a great competition that happened in which Loki won the right to be Sorcerer Supreme. There was a fatality in this part. I don't know if you guys remember. If you're fans of John Wick, it is just like the first movie. There's a pet that meets the demise. So right now you've got a problem where you've got Loki being Loki as Sorcerer Supreme, and you're just sure he's being a bad guy, and it's still not clear at the end of this issue whether he has been a bad guy or if he has a good plan all along. But things change very much at the end of this book. So if you've been... this issue leads directly into Doctor Strange Damnation, which we will forever call Tarnation. So... this is a perfect lead-in. Jump from here to the next one.
I forgot about this one. And it's not on your normal chart for Dark Knight's Metal, but it's Dark Knight's Rising, The Wild Hunt.
It's got a fancy cover.
It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty.
Who wrote this one?
Snyder.
Oh, with it totally, yeah. Everything Snyder touches is totally tied in.
But everybody worked on it, though.
Yep.
So, I really can't say much about it, but...
We can't ever really say anything about any of these things. It spoils everything if we do.
Yep.
So,
but I love
like
Bobo.
The Batman that laughs has found himself a undead Steve that also has the Batman who laughs where. That's nice.
What I will say is I love Bobo.
You love... Who's Bobo? Is it the horse?
No.
Oh.
You will see who Bobo is when you read this book.
Oh, okay. This is a really cool cover.
It's great.
Really
I
cool.
loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So, it's definitely a must-have if you're reading Metal. And I didn't read it as much as I wanted to because I wanted to be able to read everything.
We had a time constraint. We had a huge amount of things today.
Books were late today, so.
Yeah.
But,
better late than never.
Yes.
Mark Wade, thank you so much for being you and writing cool
part
things.
One.
All right.
Part one.
So, perfect jump-on point, which you'll need to know for Captain America, number 698, is that if you didn't like the Steve that was part of the Secret Empire line, which I still love, but if you hate, this is the Steve you need to be following. Probably 7 issues ago, Mark Waid took the reins and has been talking about this different Steve, who's the good guy Steve, and kind of has put him back in the original all good, just trying to make his impact on the world Steve. And it's interesting in this one, they actually have, so this one's called Out of Time Part 1. So he was actually frozen, I think because of the Avengers No Surrender line. Or maybe it's because of, I think it's because of the bad guys he met in the last couple of issues. They've actually frozen him and put him up as a statue.
Captain Cold.
And time has moved on, but not as far as you think. So he gets frozen and then comes back and... No, he doesn't get frozen from Captain Cold. So he comes... He gets out of the ice and realizes that the whole world has just gone to poo in a handbasket. Like, none of the heroes are around anymore. The insinuation is that they've all died. He's the only one that's left. There's a small group of humans that are a resistance, and then you've got the evil bad government that's led by this new guy. Welcome to New Bad Guyville. So if you like new bad guys, here you go. Really, really great. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. And this is the start. This is going to kind of like careen you into some major events that are going to happen. I think 700 is the big book that's coming soon. Don't miss this if you like lead-in time. I think that's it.
Yep.
It's cold where we are. Not really cold because half you guys are like under snow where you are. We're just babies.
Well, it is cold in the house compared to...
It is, because my son likes to put it down to sub-zero when he goes to bed, so...
Yeah.
We come home to sub-zero.
Your coat totally looks like Captain Cold, though.
Here you go. Everyone that I'm going to see in Portland next week. I'm a baby, so I'll be wearing this. Alright, hey, we'll see you next week in person, most of you that watch the show. But I will not be going live next week unless I'm doing live from there, which is possible. Maybe I can do like a review of the stuff that I pick up from retailers there. I'm also going to be at Image Expo, so I'll be reporting what I find out from there.
So jealous.
I will be live streaming as much as I'm allowed. I'm going to ask permission from every single company if I'm allowed to live stream what they're going to be presenting there. So if you want to watch live streams from those presentations,
for a minute to skim it with me.
Sure, you might have also a minute to skim it from here, which would be really awesome. It would come from Hannah's account though, so follow Hannah Tread Up.
Yeah.
Because I'll have my phone with me. I will try very hard not to do anything live from the time that I know she'll be going live on Tuesday. So
we're gonna do it from the store too. So
yeah. Well, Tuesday I'm just gonna be helping set up there anyway, so there's nothing really going on.
Okay.
So Wednesday is the Image Expo. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I will be at Comics Pro. I will, like I said, bring you all the news I'm allowed to from there. I know there'll be probably some stuff they're like, please don't tell anybody this stuff yet.
Yeah.
And I honor that because I want to be told the things so I know what to get lots of so that you guys can get it. So, all right, everyone out there, go find a local comic book shop. Find them at comicshoplocator.com. See, that's what happens when you're cold and hungry for pancakes. And think about something nerdy for your sweetie tomorrow.
Yes. Probably not Death of Love.
Not that one?
Not for your sweetie.
I don't know if there's anything very romantic.
If you're,
I don't know. Maybe Xena. Maybe Xena. There's no.
If you're single, totally pick that one up because it's hilarious. Yeah.
We love you guys, and we'll see you guys next week in all kinds of places and ways.
Happy International Pancake Day.
Yeah. Go to IHOP. We'll meet you there.